Hello viewers, Steady here. Now I have two very opposite races to show you. One which is nearly perfect race and the other one is filled with a lot of mistakes, and we are at this place. You can see it on the board, and we're gonna start our qualifying lap and end it very quickly. And you can see nicely skipping, and we are gonna put it on pole by a nice little gap. You can see now starting the race on pole, obviously, as we are on pole, covering off Epic early, but we are giving him the toe, so he's actually benefiting from it. But anyway, we're gonna continue and brake on right right there on the yellow light, so it sets you up really nicely using third gear right now, because first and second gear has a lot of acceleration, and third to sixth is decent acceleration. And on lap number 2 you can see the gap to Epic is now 2 seconds, or it will go to 2 seconds now. So I have increased the gap, so I'm gapping him nicely, so that works. And on lap number 4, setting a really decentish quick lap, and you can see on the mini board the gap to Epic staying stable around 2 seconds, gaining here and there 2 times 3 times over a lap. Now on to the end of lap number 4, you can see now coming to the really horrible chicane, kills all the momentum you have. But anyway, we're gonna continue. We should like make a protest or like a petition, remove your last corner at Barcelona. And you can see now you're setting a really quick lap of 49.0, which is really good. And on the next lap you can see using the track limits and the curves to the advantage and carrying the speed. And you can see now another really quick lap, the fastest lap I have done of 48.3, which is insanely quick. And on lap number 8 we're gonna pull into the pits. Epic already did pit, so he was around 8 seconds behind as he made a mistake the lap he went in, so the gap went up. It was around 4 seconds, so it increased to 8, so we gained from it. And from here it was quite a easy sailing, except this corner where I literally hit the apex, not slapped. And from here again easy sailing. You can see Epic is around 6 seconds because of that mistake, and the gap really stayed stable. At one point it did go to 8 seconds, but after that I kind of not drove that quickly. You can low 49s, mid 49s. You can see the end lap was 52, 1 minute 52. But now we're gonna turn our attentions to the second race, which I absolutely bottled it, not completely. Well, you will see now as we go off the line beside Epic, and we're gonna just nicely launch. Basically, you can see the slower launching cars. We're gonna tuck behind Epic as his car launches similar to mine, but I have much more top end than him. You can see just how close we are. Getting a hit from behind, not anything major, didn't damage anything. Retrospect goes through, so no need to worry, we will overtake him on the next lap or something. So anyway, we're gonna see what we can do from here. You can see now retrospect getting a decent exit. I want to go ahead of him as quickly as possible, so that I can catch up to Epic as he's quick around this circuit, and of course working really good for him this circuit as well. You can see how close I'm getting to retrospect now. Spluno behind us, lurking, but not really going for a move. So I tried to poke my nose here, but decided to back out. And here I get the momentum, and I kind of fake a move on him, so he goes wide, and I can slip up the inside and use my straight line speed and acceleration to outrun him. You can see him on the outside, going past him now, and giving him just enough space to make the corner side by side if he wants to. But we're gonna swoop around the outside and get the move done. So we did really good, a net gain of 5 positions, which is really nice to see on lap number 1 with 6 players. So anyway, we're gonna continue hunting down Epic. He's around 2.3 seconds ahead, so it's gonna be a task because obviously his car is working really well. And on lap number 4, I started to catch up to him, and the gap went down to 1.3 seconds. But anytime I came around a second, within a second, I made this mistake. Went on the grass on the final turn, which made him gain around 1.5 2 seconds. So the gap went to around 3 seconds, 3 to 4 seconds. He pits on lap number 7. So now my task is to get a really good lap in, and we go on lap number 8, a longer pit stop, 37 seconds. The previous race was 36, but anyway, you can see Epic resumes 3 seconds ahead, so a net gain of nothing basically. So we stayed where we were, so nothing changed, but we still have to hunt him down. And after the pit stop, my car came alive, and I started gaining a lot on him. You can see now the gap down to 1.4. I gained 1.5 seconds on just the outlap. So if I continue this pace, I will obviously win. And on lap number 11, you can see I caught up to him. A 0.5 seconds ahead he is now, just enough to go for a move on the main straight, which is fairly long. I can use my top end to get by him, but I said something about making a mistake whenever I am within a second or with a second behind him. But now you can see, making the first mistake, and again doing the same thing, drifting wide onto the grass, losing more time this time than the previous. But now the gap is up to 4 seconds, which is quite a task to catch up in 4 laps. I have to literally gain a second a lap and then go past him as well. So around 1.5 seconds a lap should be enough. But on lap number 16, the gap came down to 2.5, so I didn't gain that much. He lapped really quickly as well. So a really well fought race, but we're gonna come home and finish in second. A really decent-ish race. If I would have eliminated the mistakes, it would have been much better. Like the first one, it is not the fastest lap as well in this race, and I did all the laps dirty basically. I was driving so horribly. But anyway, we're gonna look at the championship standings now, see what effect that brought to the standings. So now here you can see Dingus is at 172, Epic is at 164, and I'm at 136. So I'm quite far behind. I can't really catch up to second place anymore, but we're gonna still try. We still have 3 races to go: Monza, Mugello, and Lama. So let's see what happens, and I'll see you guys at Monza, the cathedral of chaos and destruction. So I'll see you guys there.